Today's program is brought to you by OTCStockShark.com. For the latest and greatest OTC and Pink Sheets information, sign up for your account at OTCStockShark.com. Thank you for tuning in to TBC Today. I'm Brandon Vincent.
And I'm Angelina Soriano.
In financial news, stocks limped to a small loss, capping a rough week that has seen the major indexes back into the red for the year on renewed signs of slowing economic growth. The Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 16 points or 0.16% to 10,303, extending a four-day slide that's seen the blue chip index fall 3.3% this week. The slump came as weak economic data and a gloomy Federal Reserve statement lent more credibility to fears that the flagging economic recovery could turn into a double-dip recession. Investors got a big jolt from the Fed this week that just shifted positions dramatically from just 2 weeks ago when they felt that the economy was gaining some traction. The market's retreat was a stark reminder of the Fed's power to affect confidence. With the recent spat of downbeat news, the danger is that we keep talking ourselves into a recession. The S&P 500 stock index slipped 0.4% to 1,079, while the NASDAQ composite declined 0.7% to 2,173. The S&P was off 3.8% on the week, while the NASDAQ tumbled more, losing 5%. In U.S. news, President Barack Obama toured the water off Panama City Beach by boat as he capped a weekend visit aimed at sparking a recovery in the region hard hit by the Gulf of Mexico oil spill. The President, First Lady Michelle Obama, and their younger daughter, Sasha, stood at the bow of the excursion boat watching porpoises jump around them before heading back to shore. Speaking before an afternoon dip with his daughter, Obama said his administration remains committed to ensuring a full cleanup and recovery for the region hard hit by the disaster, and expressed hope that his holiday on the beach would change public perception and soften the economic blow of the largest oil spill in U.S. history. Panama City Beach was hit by scattered tar balls and patches of oil from the ruptured undersea well at the heart of the disaster. But the bulk of the spill hit further west near the mouth of the Mississippi River, and authorities are still struggling with the cleanup effort. Obama said that our job is not finished and we are not going anywhere until it is. In international news, North Korea said that it will deal a merciless counterblow to the United States imperialists and to South Korean traitors in response to word that the United States and South Korea will begin a joint military exercise. A spokesman for the General Staff of the Korean People's Army said in a statement carried by North Korea's official news agency, the military counteraction of the DPRK will be the severest punishment no one has ever met in the world. The U.S. and South Korea announced that an annual joint military exercise would begin and last for 11 days. The drill is designed to ensure that the South Korea-U.S. military alliance is fully prepared to respond to any potential provocations. Tensions between North Korea on one hand and its southern neighbor and the U.S. on the other have escalated since a May report from South Korea blamed the North for the sinking of a South Korean warship in March. The report, whose findings have been endorsed by the United States, alleged that a North Korean sub sank the ship with a torpedo, killing 46 sailors. North Korea denies it sank the ship.
Nothing is sexier than a strong, toned body. And nothing builds great bodies better than a genuine Bowflex home gym. Because only Bowflex home gyms have Power Rod technology, the secret to getting a strong, sculpted body fast.
I was absolutely seeing results almost immediately.
I love the results that I've seen.
It's probably the best home gym workout I've ever seen.
Call for a free DVD that shows how to get the results you want faster than you ever thought possible.
You can't diet your way to a body like this, but in just 20 minutes, 3 times a week, you can be a stronger, sexier you.
Have one delivered for $0 down and pay as little as $10 a month. Call now for a free DVD that shares the Power Rod secret of building a strong, fit body.
I think women with muscles are beautiful.
Those are Bowflex guns, that's right.
To get a Bowflex body, get a genuine Bowflex Power Rod home gym. Get started. Call now.
In entertainment news, reality TV star Tila Tequila suffered facial cuts when she was pelted with rocks and bottles while performing at a music festival in Illinois. A performer who saw the violence at the Gathering of the Juggalos in rural Hardin County, Illinois, said that Tila was pretty cut up. Tequila, a Playboy model who also sings, posted a Twitter message saying she would sue the festival, which is organized for fans of the hip-hop group Insane Clown Posse. The fans are mostly young people who sometimes wear clown makeup and are referred to as juggalos and juggalettes. Festival organizers did not immediately respond to CNN requests for a response. The performer said a mob of hundreds chased Tequila from the stage and surrounded the trailer where she sought refuge. They rocked the trailer and smashed its windows. Tequila eventually escaped, but only after windows in her SUV were smashed. In tech news, as the U.S. wind industry's installed capacity went from 6.7 megawatts to 35,000 megawatts between 2004 and 2009, its manufacturing sector expanded from a few dozen facilities to more than 240. By 2009, over 60% of the wind's U.S. capacity was sourced domestically. This is a growing ecosystem supporting U.S. middle-class labor as well as capacity to generate emissions-free electricity. According to an American Wind Energy Association spokesperson, for wind turbines, which have large components like towers and blades, transportation is a big part of the cost. In fact, according to the recent report on harnessing the potential of open trade in the wind energy industry from the World Resources Institute, offshoring wind industry manufacturing to places where labor is cheap has no significant cost benefit over domestic manufacturing because of transport costs. The U.S. wind manufacturing base can therefore be expected to grow as long as the industry does. California-based Clipper Wind Power, for instance, opened a manufacturing facility in 2006, captured 1% of the turbine market, and in 2007 moved up to 6%. In 2008 and in 2009, it exported its first turbines to Mexico. In travel news, rural China often falls behind its cosmopolitan counterparts as places for international tourists to discover China's ancient culture and traditions. The less traveled roads offer the chance to experience a more local China and see stunning scenery that has inspired artists and attracted vacationers for centuries. The Guangxi province, a popular destination for international and domestic tourists alike, offers visitors a unique vantage point from which to witness the blend of nature and traditional culture that characterizes today's China. Visitors can begin to understand the long-held reverence for Guilin's scenery by walking along the Li River and watching fishermen and their boats pass beneath the shadows cast by the limestone mountains so unique to the region. Cruises down the Li River are an easy and affordable way to appreciate Mother Nature while escaping the intense summer heat. In green news, when their country cousins' population collapsed, bees in Paris are thriving as having a rooftop hive becomes more strict for hotels and restaurants seeking an in-house source for homegrown honey. According to the BBC, the urban bees are healthier and more productive than the ones in rural France, and they seem to like the City of Light for the same reason many people do: lots of good food. Parisian beekeeper Simone Pierre Delorme told the BBC, "City people like flowers. We have parks, we have balconies, we have roadside verges, we have gardens, and we are planting them all year round with lots of different species to ensure year-round color. In the countryside, by contrast, these days there is often just one crop dominating the entire area. When that is finished blossoming, there is no more nectar for local bees." Thanks to the veritable buffet of eating operations, as well as Paris' 10 years as a pesticide-free zone, the bees in the city's 400 and counting hives produce an average of 110 pounds of honey each year and up. No wonder the Grand Palace and the Westin Hotel have all followed in the footsteps of the Paris Opera, one of the first buildings to reinstate the urban apiary tradition some 15 years ago. Unfortunately, the success of the bees in the city also serves to further highlight their struggles in the countryside, where declining rural biodiversity has made it hard out there for a pollinator. Thank you for tuning in to TBC Today. I'm Brandon Vincent.
And I'm Angelina Soriano.
The makeup in today's program is provided by MAC Cosmetics.